Welcome to the Michigan Golfer Show. Join us each week as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great game.
Hello, I'm Vanessa Bell and welcome to the Michigan Golfer. Today we will be catching up with Paul Albanese at Christiana Country Club near Elkhart in Indiana. He, along with his construction boss, Dan Grassi, are going to be reconstructing some original bunkers that were placed on the golf course by William Langford. But not only are they reconstructing these bunkers, they're doing it old style, and they have brought in 2 Belgian horses to assist them. Let's watch the fun.
Thanks for coming down today. We're doing a project here at Christiana Creek Country Club, real interesting project. It's an old William Langford design, and the club wanted us to bring back the old classic William Langford style bunkers. So we've done some research on Bill Langford and been excited about doing the bunkers, and Dan Grassi, who is going to be in charge of the construction management of the project, we were all sitting around talking about the forms and shapes of these old bunkers, and Dan mentioned a little bit jokingly that, these bunkers were built with horses, and we all said, yeah, we knew that, and we laughed, and then Dan said, I think I could actually get some horses out here to build one or 2 of these, and we really didn't take him very seriously, but he said, guys, I'm serious, I think I can make this happen. So we took him on it, and we said, Dan, if you can make it happen, that'd be great. So we decided to build a couple bunkers out here in the William Langford style with some horses, and Dan, we appreciate your effort in that regard. And why don't you tell us where you got the horses from?
Well, we got the horses from Otis Thornhill at Thornton Hill Farms, and Otis is in his 70s. He's got Belgium horses. They weigh over 2,500 pounds. We got the slip scrapers, which are nearly 80 to 100 years old that we're actually using, and it's actually turning back exactly the way that these bunkers were. The restoration is a complete success.
I have to admit, the interesting part for me on this project was seeing how the horses actually built these bunkers, because it gives me a better appreciation for all the things you and I talk about in the field all the time, about the details of how some of these slopes and the forms of these bunkers get built. And your shaper too, Dana, he had mentioned a few times to me while we were going over these details about the fact that these were built by horses, and this is why the shapes are as they are. So to actually see it happen firsthand has really been an interesting experience for me.
Well, Dana Moore, our head shaper here at Grassi Enterprises, very fortunate to have him aboard. He's very, very particular about what kind of work he does, and he's really got the idea down with the horses. He runs a lot of our dozer. I've also had run shaping for a while. I got injured by an accident, and unable to do that at this point. But however, Dana is doing a great job. He's really getting the shape and the flavor of William Langford with the dozer, and I think now with the horses, it's going to be hard, I think, to get him off the horses now. He's going to want to do it all the time. It's a great attribute.
I found it funny. He was actually, operating, so to speak, one of the horses out there, and he needed it to back up, and he said, does it go in reverse?
Yeah. It's totally a different thing for both of us, but I'll tell you, it's been very enjoyable. And actually, this first time I ever did it, and same thing with Dana building the bunker, and I'll tell you what, it's looking identical to the way they did it before, and I couldn't be more pleased. I hope you are too.
I'm exceptionally pleased. The forms are coming out great, and I got to admit, Dana and yourself are really making the forms of the other bunkers that we're building with a bulldozer really emulate the style of William Langford, which is what the goal of this project was, to bring back that old form of Bill Langford. And the horses were a treat, and the whole project really turned out well. We've been doing some other remodeling around the country, and primarily in the Midwest, on some old classic golf courses as well. Roseland Golf Club in Ontario, which is an old Donald Ross course. We'll be doing a master plan for Dayton Country Club in Ohio, which is also an old Donald Ross classic. We're currently working at Tam O'Shanter Country Club as well, which is a Wilford Reed design, and actually there's been quite a few architects who have had their hand in that over the years, and Tam O'Shanter wants to bring back some of the original Wilford Reed concept to that, so that's going to be an exciting project we're working on. We're working with the Washtenaw Country Club for over 10 years now on their master plan, and just last year we were able to implement some of the master plan by bringing in a couple new bunkers, and I say new bunkers, but they were really restoration of some old bunkers in places that make sense in a modern day context from a golf standpoint, but have a form and an aesthetic that reflect the old classic flavor of Washtenaw Country Club. And Washtenaw is the second oldest golf course in Michigan, so we felt it was appropriate to bring back some of the bunkers in a way that reflected the old classic flavor of golf architecture. So that, and we're working out in New York at Holiday Valley Resort on a master plan for their golf course, and we're doing some new work, a new course up in Escanaba, Michigan as well. A lot of exciting stuff going on. We're working with Pete Dye as well down in Virginia. Probably be going down to the Dominican Republic to work with Pete on restoring some of the bunkers and the greens. Actually, we'll be regrassing many of the greens down at Teeth of the Dog for Pete, and my partner Chris Lutzke will be doing that. So we've got a lot of exciting things going on at Albanese and Lutzke, and we look forward to an exciting year.
We hope you enjoyed the show, and we look forward to seeing you next time on the Michigan Golfer.